Well, hello YouTube. It is Arts and Crafts Day here in the shop. Arts and Craft with Jeff. So today we are going to be doing that. I'll put that up there. And so we got to cut out some foam pieces, shape them. I've got my scroll saw here. I'll get that all hooked up and ready to go. So I figured scroll saw probably easier. So we got to cut out some foam pieces. I'll show you that process, or show you what I did. You know, it's cutting out foam pieces. I mean, I don't know why you guys need to see it, but it just makes it more interesting, I guess. I don't know. So we got to do that today, and then I've got to make some clips. I'm gonna call them clips, and they're basically the elevator trailing edge these will clip like kind of like the old clothespin clips, but a little bit larger version. So I've got some plywood back there in the back. I'll see what I can do with that to make up. They say they recommend 3. I'll probably do 6. No, 3. Well, I'll do 6 because I'm going to do everything at the same time. So I need 3 per. So I need 6 in total. So I'll get that done, and we'll see. So yeah, today's is Arts and Crafts Day. Getting things cut, ready to go in the airplane, and parts, but not a whole lot of riveting. It's not going to be a riveting day. So, but hey, it's the necessary evil. You got to take your lumps when you can. But it is Arts and Crafts Day with Uncle Jeff here in the shop. But you guys know the routine. This plane's not going to build itself, so I got to get to work. All right, YouTube. So I don't know if you guys remember this from yesterday, but we have a template that we have to cut out in the paper. And if you go back to the back of the plans, I'll just do this instead of doing it all high tech and put the plans up there and stuff. It's probably easier. Here's the template. Now, let me tell you, this is on the page. If you are going to build an RV10, get the electronic version of the plans. So that way you can print up copies. And the reason why I say that is because you can print up copies on your printer at home to scale, and then you can cut them out. So you're not cutting out these, right? This is your plans. So that way you're not sacrificing. I guess you could Xerox these off and do that, but a little warning about Xerox. Xeroxing does shrink a little bit. So I probably would just get the plans, spend the $10 and buy the electronic version of the plans, and then just print them up to scale. So it gives you to make sure that you're not shrinking anything. It tells you how from end to end what it should be. So that way the dimensionally, if you were to scan these in and print them up, you got to make sure that you maintain the dimensions on them, because the last thing you want to do is shrink them up. So yeah, so here's the foam block. Going back to what the instructions say we have to do. So we have to take the plans, you know, any kind of contact adhesive or anything on the foam block, attach it, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. So there you go. So we got them attached. I use, you know, just a little adhesive spray, you know, CRC adhesive, sprayed it on there, and then did it on there. Now I have my scroll saw here. I will use the scroll saw. I just like the scroll saw. I think it'll give me a little bit more control as I cut. I can go slow, you know, and everything. So I will tell you, I can't cut a straight line, just like I can't cut a straight line with scissors. I think that part of my education, I think I was eating the glue. I was that kid, right? Eating the glue. So, but yeah, so we're going to cut these out. I'm going to kind of leave them a little fat on the line, because then what I'll do to make sure that they're perfectly straight, I'll pull out my sander, my belt sander, and I'll sand them up. So, all right, so got a lot of cutting to do. Get these pieces cut and get them ready to go, and I'll be back. All right, so we got our pieces cut. Yeah, I warned you, I can't cut a straight line. So after cutting this foam, I'll use this piece. This stuff is pretty brittle. Yeah, it's not a high density foam. So I think that the belt sander would be way too aggressive for it. So what I did is I've got some body tape, sanding tape. So I just taped it down to my bench, and just gonna run this over there. You don't have to do a whole lot. I mean, that's perfect. That works perfect. So just run it over, and that should true it up. There you go. So nothing major. See, I told you I cannot cut. I was a kid that was eating the glue. And that should take all of the main thing is you just want to kind of get these, not kind of, but you want to get these pieces flat. So that way when the skins, because they go inside, I'll put the, let's see if I get my finger in there, I'll put the thing in there. So they wedge up inside the skins, where the skins come together, so to give them a little bit of support. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad I did it this way, because putting it on the wheel would have definitely taken way too aggressive on the belt sander. So this is perfect. So yeah, so since I've got this made up, I'll go ahead and cut the other ones for the trim tab ribs. Those are up there. So I've got a few more sets to do, and I'll go ahead and get those cut, and then that way I know they're done. And yeah, and then we can see what time. Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah, so highly recommend using either just sandpaper taped down to a bench on a flat surface or whatever, and just glide these over there. You don't have to. Yeah, I mean, that just looks incredible. Don't look at that one because I cut it wrong. I guess I could kind of make it nice, but you know, they say, you know, the difference between a good artist and a bad artist is a good artist knows when to stop. So I'll stop. All right, so there you go. Piece is done, and yeah, they come together pretty good. All right, so since I've got this out, I'll go ahead and cut the other ones. I might as well. I'm here. I've got the scroll saw out, and yeah, this works really well for this. It allows you to kind of go slow at your own pace and stuff. Bandsaw, yeah, would work without a doubt. A foam cutter would absolutely, I think, will work as well. A razor blade, believe it or not, would work as well. I kind of like this guy because I can adjust it. I don't like having a blade running that fast near my fingers, so that's why I didn't use the bandsaw. I used the scroll saw. So, all right, back to work. All right, there we go. Got all the pieces cut. Got them sanded down, and like I said, putting the sandpaper. You know, you don't have to have peel sandpaper like we use for body work. You get any sandpaper, just run it across, and that will smooth them up. Got the pieces done. Now I've got to cut the clips. So I pulled out some of my scrap wood here, and I was looking here. Here's the plans. Well, these plans are actually dimensionally correct. So what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print up. I need 6 of these. If you look here, there's 3 per. So I'm going to need 6 of these. And instead of trying to measure and do that, it's so much easier just to get on the printer and print these up. And then I'll do what I did. I'll do the same exact process that I did when I made up for the foam cut. I'll glue these plans or whatever these are. You know, the template. I gotta think of the word. I'll glue the template down to my plywood here. I've got a bunch of spare plywood and everything up there, and then I'll just use my saw, and I'll cut them out just like I did for the exactly like I did on the foam. I think that would be better instead of trying to measure it out and everything. I'm just not, look, you got to know your weaknesses, and I'm just not just not a precision kind of cabinet guy. I do make cabinets and everything, but I don't know. For some reason, this stuff intimidates me. These precision cuts. I usually, if I had to do something like this, I'd use my CNC and cut them out that way. I can also do that too. I can get my CNC out, put a deck on and stuff. But I've got some scrap wood, waste not, want not kind of thing. So I will probably just, like I said, print up 6 of these plans and glue them down to the plywood, and then from there cut them out using my scroll saw. So yeah, so but that I think is pretty much going to wrap it up for today. I am going to go into the other shed or the other storage area and go ahead and pull out these wedges and get these wedges out and everything, all the parts that I need and stuff, and get those ready to go. Folding over these edges, I do have a different method that I want to use for folding those over. So when I get those done, I will, when I get to that point, I will definitely reach out to you guys and let you know how I did it. But yeah, so it looks like the wedge probably that I cut out of here, I can fit into here. Yeah, like I said, we'll just work through it and work on it together and everything. So I think that's pretty much a short day in the shop today. I mean, there's not much more I can do, and I will call it a day. So